guys, and welcome to this very special live. So this isn't a live launch, even though we were planning on having a live launch for this product, because it is by our very own Chris James. But unfortunately, myself and Harry were away at the time that this got launched, so it was just a bit of bad timing. But we spoke to Chris because we really wanted to do something with regards to this. It is Chris's button. Okay, so we're going to be taking a deep dive into this. And I sort of said to Chris, look, I know it's been out for a few weeks, but please let's do something on it. Because this is really, really good. In fact, many people are tipping it to be product of the year or trick of the year. And I can see why. It is so versatile. It can be played in so many different ways. So we've got some nice little clips to play you, and Chris is going to be talking to you about maybe even if you do own it, maybe a few things you don't know. But yeah, it's really, really good. So without wasting any time, because Chris is busy at work in the Alakazam USA warehouse, so in a moment I'm going to bring him on. Let me just check what's happening here, because he's not in my split screen for some reason, but that's not his fault, that is my fault. So let me find it. Where are we going here? So guys, in the chat, let us know first of all if you have it. Let us know if you own the button, or if you're thinking of getting it and you want a bit more information, and of course if you've got any questions for Chris. So let me just see where he's gone. Chris was here a minute ago and now his video's vanished, so I'll wait for him to come back online. Now he's back. He keeps coming and going. Right, let's see. I'm going to have a few little shout outs first. So hi to David, hi to Pseudo Magician, Rich Relish, Jake, Pig Cake, how you doing, man? Craig Morris, Paul Knight, Mike. Hiya guys, thank you so much for joining us. And there's quite a few people here that actually own the button. Mike is saying, still considering whether the button is right for me or not. So hopefully, Mike, by the end of tonight, you will know whether it's for you. And if you've got any questions, Mike, or if anyone's got any questions, we're going to be really open about it, because it is such a killer product, and it does exactly what you would expect it to do. So let me have a look. Right, Chris is here, so I'm going to bring Chris on. Hiya Chris, how you doing?
How's it going, Peter?
All good, mate, all good. Well, we've got a lot of people joining us. Now, I've got a few videos. I've actually got the official trailer to play, so we'll play that in a moment. So anyone that doesn't know about this, the button, we'll get a chance to get a synopsis of it from the trailer, get a good idea. Then they can ask questions, and I know you're going to go through some bits with it, and we've got a lot of sort of clips and videos and a few pictures to share as well. So let's just start off. Before we play the trailer, give us a bit of history behind the button.
Yeah, so we all love mystery card box and Magic, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a classic. Peter, you've probably owned a few in your days.
Yeah.
Right. So one of the things when I got into Magic was, for me, it was, and there's nothing wrong with the classic. It was just, you know, I think as someone who wants to create, I think your job is to kind of go in and maybe try to reimagine things where you think there could be improvements, right? Yeah. And mystery card box was one of those things that I felt was, I like to say it like this, like when you're watching a De Niro movie and he comes out at the beginning and then leaves and comes, you know, only comes back out at the end. It's kind of like, what the heck, you know, where is he? And that's kind of how I look at the button, you know. I wanted to have that be the star of the show kind of throughout, but also kind of be underlying and not really like taking up too much, so the finale isn't it's actually perfect. When you watch live performances, you can kind of see people pressing the button, and it almost looks like the person pressing it is like annoyed they have to press it,
Yeah.
but that's the trick, right? At the end, when if they're holding it the whole time and that comes out. Anyways, that's further on. But yeah, the history was just me wanting to put my, you know,
Stamp on
throw in my
that.
ideas of,
Yeah.
yeah, like I thought it could be fun. I thought it could be fun if somebody could take it and do it. I thought someone I knew the magic world would they would either love it or hate it. There would be no middle. And
Well, they
thank
love it.
goodness they love it.
They love it. And
Yeah.
I tell you what, I joined the Facebook group. I've never
Yes.
seen a Facebook group that is so active with sharing as the
It is
button.
crazy. It's
Honestly,
400 people. 400 people joined in the last like 5 days.
yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, it's the Facebook group and the ideas that are coming through on there are great. Now, there's one thing I'm going to say as well, is it doesn't matter what style of
Mm-mm.
magic you perform, whether you're comedy, whether you're mentalism, whether you're just close up, serious, it doesn't matter, because the button itself, one of the clever things about the button is it can be played in any way, because the sound
Yeah.
can be changed. What the button plays
Yes.
can be changed, and that's within your control. So if you wanted it
Yep.
just to sound like a buzzer, or if you wanted other different files with people speaking or whatever, you
Yeah.
can adapt it to play that. Now, if you wanted to use it as, I will say this as well, I came up with an idea for it of using it as a lie detector. And then
Mm.
Andy, I think, well, no, Harry said to me, oh, Craig Petty's already got that on the tutorial. And straight away I went, oh yeah, I forgot it's Craig on the tutorial. Because as soon as Craig's on the tutorial, that's it.
Yeah.
You know, you've got 600
Yeah.
tricks. You know,
Yeah.
Craig covers every base. He is a bit of a genius when it comes to this stuff. But it is super versatile with regards to
Yeah.
what style you're performing.
Yep.
And it's a very well made prop. I'm going to get this one out in a moment to show the prop. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't played, this is my personal one. This is the one that I think Harry or Andy used it on the video. Because I just got back from vacation and we've been busy in the shop, I haven't had a chance to play with it. Whenever I get a product like this, I save it until I have a full day that I can sit down and
Yeah.
digest and play and everything else. So this
That's
is
good.
on
And make
my
sure
list
you
for this
watch the
weekend.
tutorial.
Yeah.
Make sure you watch the tutorial.
Yeah, no, mate.
Make
I
sure
am
you
a
watch the
magic
setup.
shop. I got
I'm
that
kidding.
thing
I'm kidding.
where I'm answering the phone, going, "Have you watched the video?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
no.
wanted to say, if people are customizing it to like business, like going to business events and having the business name be part of the routine, which is really cool.
Yeah,
Real quick, Facebook group is free for anyone to join. I mean, not for, you know what I mean? There's no
yeah,
passcode. I just make
yeah.
sure you're a magician. I let you in because I'm not trying to hide anything with it. Like Peter said at the beginning, what you see is what you get. And honestly, a little bit more. You know, we kind of almost held back some of it because I really wanted it to shine with the magic community. Like one of the things that people are discovering on their own is that you can actually stack sounds. So you can have a truth, a lie. The thing is we're trying to figure out, we got Rich in the chat, Andrew, a few other people. We're trying to figure out why on Mac it doubles. We don't know why, but with those genius minds, we'll figure it out. But if Windows, if you put the word truth in there, you hit it, it's going to say truth. If you put the word lie in there, the next one will say lie. If you, put whatever you want, you put 50 different ones in a row, or you
And
can
it's
put
gonna run
one
round a
long one like my
sequence.
friend did.
Yeah,
Exactly. And my friend does like a long one where he presses it and it plays all the music, all the songs that have the word magic in it, like 40 seconds. And it's funny. It's a funny thing. In a minute, whenever you want, we'll get into the ideas that people are sharing me with it are insane.
yeah.
Like, I mean, we know the minds of some of these people, even in the chat, and I knew that they were gonna like just blow the lid off. Like I said, Craig came in and killed it. We
Yeah.
got on a call. I had my notes. He came with his notes, and pretty much everything on my notes, Craig was already 2 steps ahead. He already knew, like, we need a super easy one. That's the thing. Everyone's asking about the Mercury card fold. You don't even need to know it with a couple of the routines. You don't need to.
Yeah. Well, I was going to
And
say,
then you have things like,
because, sorry, mate, because a question did come up earlier,
no,
and I held it here. Got mine on Saturday. Mercury card fold to get it in. Right. For one, you're not loading the card in. So this is
no,
completely hands off. They can unscrew it,
yeah,
and then you pick it up
yeah,
and tip the card out. So it's completely hands off. Now, my Mercury card fold is more like I've screwed up a playing card. I mean, my card fold is bad. So I either use perfect score, or
yeah,
alternatively, I get them to put the card in the pack and I say, look, I'm going to try and find your card behind my back. And I put the deck behind my back under the guise of trying to
and do
find
it.
their card, and I just fold their card. That's it.
Yeah,
The other thing
yeah,
that I've been playing with the idea for is doing it in conjunction with the extractor. So I do a little lie detector test with a playing card. I read their mind. I now get them to put their card in the middle of the cards in the card box, put the box away, and then I say to them, oh, do me a favour, hit that button once more. Now it doesn't go off. And now when they open the box, their card is inside. And I don't need a Mercury card fold for that, because it's straight out the
no,
extractor, straight into my front pocket, and that's where I fold it while I'm chatting.
yeah. So that's what's good is, there are ones where you would use a Mercury card fold, but there's options. But hey, if there's a good trick and you want to use it, sit there and get it down. You know what I mean? You can get it. So Craig teaches this one, right? Where you have the card and
Yeah,
it's literally just a one-handed fold. It's easy, it's simple. You have the time, you do it, boom, and then you come up and then you have it's a one-handed fold. He teaches how to get into it, do it, and that's it. I mean, that's a perfect fold. It's a one-handed fold. He teaches how to do it. And it's simple and it's built into the routine. So it's not like you're sitting here doing this. It's at a perfect moment. So,
yeah, yeah.
and you
Um,
mentioned the extractor. Yeah, a million people have already mentioned this with the button is
yeah.
like a perfect match, and you just mentioned it. It really, I mean, everybody, if you don't know what this is, I mean, go look at the trailer for gosh sakes. This is insane. Um, that with the button is like a combo. It's like a match made in heaven, I think.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah,
Because the extractor allows you to basically retrieve the card under impossible conditions. Now, where
yeah,
it appears is totally down to you. But the button is a beautiful place for it to appear, because the nice thing about the button is, if you think about your routine, let's say you're doing a little parlour show or you're being booked for 15 minutes, you could put a whole act together where the button plays a part. So the button plays a part in every one of your routines. Okay, so it's just as simple as press the button and the magical sound will sound, and that's when the magic happens. So every time you're doing a trick, they press the button, you get this nice little twinkling of stars or whatever it is, and that's the moment of
yep,
magic. Then the last time you do it, they hit the button, it doesn't work, and that's when their card's found inside. So, you know,
yeah,
the button itself is not a get a card selected, get it signed, it appears in the button.
no,
It's not as simple as that. It's a utility item
no,
with a phenomenal kicker that can
yeah,
play any point during your act. And in
yeah,
my opinion, it's good enough and strong enough to be that closing moment, you
yeah.
know?
No, I
Um,
agree. I agree. People are saying they're using the button, tying in their whole routine. These are workers out there. These are guys that I have so much respect for going out there and doing it. They're putting the button down and they're at their restaurant or doing whatever, and they're just tiny. People are using the button with apparition. Like I was doing that before. Just to name some of our tricks that they're using it with. But any trick you have, you can really sit down. What I love about the button is even if you don't think you're creative, it can force you to be creative.
Yeah,
And it's not that hard to get creative with it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Um, it's he puts it down, um, and a few guys did this, and it's just there. And sometimes he'll do it, sometimes he'll do it, but then at the end, when that card is signed by everybody, and then he opens it because it stops working, it just ties the whole thing. And what's cool is when he was at his gig, people around were like, "What is that?" You know, like what's going on over there? Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
So, yeah, the routines are endless. Lloyd posted a video, Barnes, where he had it and his wife was pressing it, and oh, it was just beautiful watching it because um she was holding the card the whole time. You could tell she was doing it, she was having fun pressing the button, and then when it got to the point where that card was in there, she just looked and was like, "There's no way. There's no." And when it was, and he dumped it right in, he literally barely touched the button on purpose.
yeah,
He told me he set it up that way. He just dumped it right in her hand, man. It's so clean like that. But yeah.
yeah. Paul Knight said, the
Yes.
button ties my entire routine I've been doing for 10 years together and now provides a kicker ending without any secret folding. That's, yeah, absolutely fantastic. And that's what I'm trying to get across is this isn't one, whenever you see something like this, you could easily think this is another card to, but another mystery box. Okay, a mystery
Mhm.
box serves one purpose, and that is it's a little box, and the card will appear in there at some point. The box does nothing else, and I'm not taking anything
Yep.
away from it because for what it is, it's phenomenal. But what
Yeah.
the button adds is a level of innocence that you don't get with the other objects. If I place an object on
Hmm.
the table, like a locked box, in my spectator's mind, something at some point is going to happen with that box. Something at
Yes.
some point is going to be inside it. Okay? They don't know what it
Yep.
is, but they can preempt its coming. All right? Because
Yep.
that's why I'm putting a lock box there. Make sure no one goes near this. Blah, 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 blah. The difference
Yep.
with the button is you're using it. It's got a purpose. And then, so their mind is not thinking something's going to appear in here. So when that thing does appear in there, they are now caught completely off guard. It's a
Yeah.
completely different thing because the mindset is different. The mindset with a lockbox is something is going to be in there. Something's going to happen with that box. With the button,
That's a
they're
good
not
point.
thinking that because you are just using it. So I've got this button. Every
Yeah.
time you want me to switch cards, hit the button. Boom, 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 switch cards, bang. Boom. That's what the button's there for. At no point they
Yeah.
thinking one of those cards is going to be in here in a minute. It's just
No.
not a natural thought. And that, in my opinion, is what makes the button stand head and shoulders above the others, is because it's got a purpose outside of its intended purpose, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
No, I love it. And I've seen some people say like I would only use it in some people say I would only use it in formal situations. Some people said I would only use it at like birthday parties. But the fact is you can use it. I mean, JS, everybody knows JS, amazing YouTube magician, YouTube star. Oh, Pig Cake has that title,
Yeah,
YouTube. But you know what I'm saying. Anyways, it's he's using it on the streets. You know,
yeah,
there's video. There's literal like he's out there on the streets, and that guy's pressing the button. And man, when that card is inside of there, it's just he just messaged me and was like, "I'm really excited about this." And he sees a lot of magic and doesn't get excited about much. It takes a lot for a guy who's been doing it, and any of these guys that have been doing it for a while, to literally take this and add it to their set or anything to their set. And the fact that they are is the biggest honor for me
yeah,
because that
yeah,
means we all did a good job. That means Craig did what he needed to do. Zhao did what he needed. Pablo, um,
Yeah.
part of Zhao's team. I need to do. We all did it and came in together, and it was the perfect little
Well,
recipe.
at the end of the day, I mean, exactly what you've just said there. You've came up with a brilliant concept, probably more
Yeah.
valid than you originally thought.
Hmm.
Now that you've seen the directions people have taken with it, but you've created
Oh,
something
absolutely.
that I believe has upped the game a bit in this genre. Joel Miranda,
Yeah.
who we all know is a master of technical and technology magic. He now I know because you work with me at Alakazam. I
Yeah.
know how
Yeah.
long this has been going. So
Yeah.
I know how long this has taken Joel to make, how it took him a long time to find the right
Yeah.
sound device and everything else to fit in it and playing it. So I understand that. A lot of people, when you buy Magic, I mean, well, you wouldn't know how long something it takes because you wouldn't have to. It's just there on the
No.
market. But behind the scenes, you do sort of realise how much work goes into it. So one, there's your fantastic idea. Two, you've got Joel Miranda, the master craftsman when it comes to electronics. And three, you had Craig Petty on the instructions. I mean, talk about the
Yeah.
Three Musketeers, flipping hell. You three together,
Yeah.
it's like you said, it's a marriage made in heaven, and it gives us the perfect sum. It's like
Yeah.
these three things combined, and you've got a product that works well.
Hmm.
You've got routines overflowing. I mean, anyone that has
Yeah.
bought a Craig Petty product, and I'm quite sure that pretty much every magician in the world has got a Craig
Yeah. It
Petty
has
product. But anyone that has that
easily.
knows that Craig will explore something in depth. He's not going to just go, here's a routine and here's a bonus. Craig will
Hmm.
explore every avenue. So you've got ample routines. On top of that, you've got the Facebook group that is,
Yeah.
and honestly, I couldn't believe how active and how much
Yeah.
excitement there is in that group.
Yeah. 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 No, I love that group, and I'm so happy I just let it open for everyone because that's what it is. You mentioned Craig. I want to talk about the tutorial for a second. He he has it like put in a way that's from beginning to harder, right? And it's
Yeah.
literally labeled on there. This is easy. This is advanced. The slight section, going over any slight you can, and he literally says like you can skip it if you guys know your color changes or your ambitious card, or just skip it. You don't need to learn these slights. But he did go over it because when you sat down with me, the first thing is he's like, it's got to be, I'm a brand new magician. I'm opening this up. This is my first magic product ever because it will be some people's first magic product.
Yeah.
And he wanted to cover all that. Um, and I really do think he did an amazing job. I'm telling you, Zhao called me, left me a voice message during the time that Craig flew to Portugal to do this. And he just was like, we're in awe. He's like, the whole team is in here just watching this happen. And he's like, I've never had anybody so uh professional and come in without a script. And Ja was so worried because he's like, here's the script. And Craig's like, what do you mean script? Like we're not doing script. I'm doing it like out of here. And he did it. And he's like, I
Yeah.
can't believe he sat there for 2 days, 20 something hours and just and filmed it. So yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Facebook group, man. Oh my God. There's people in there that are just killing it, man. I can't even believe we have some stuff we're gonna share here that literally when I was showing Peter the pictures, I don't think you were understanding what one of those pictures were until you understood what it was
Yeah.
because it's so good. Like, yeah, whenever we get to that point, we'll share it. And then when we open it, one thing that I'm really proud of is like the case. Like everything is good, right? Like it comes together. Um, it's meant for you to, bring out, put in your close up, bag. and bring it with you. People ask me, you know, is it EDC? Is it this? Is it that? I mean, the button's one of those things that you're going to bring out when you know you're going to a place that you're going to use it and all that. This is not something that I'm going to take and just shove in my pocket to go to the gas station. You know, I mean, it fits in your pocket, but
It's not
it's,
that
you know,
type of
it
thing.
needs, no, it's not. It's not. But I tell you, if you get to bring it out and do whatever, you will have amazing reactions. I'm not a big performer at all. This thing, and that's another reason I created it. I wanted to have something that would allow me to relax a little bit and take be like misdirection, you know. And I thought, well, what better than a big giant button? And I was talking to Craig before this, and he said his favorite routines are the AGT routine. Um, and then there's the written prediction, which is amazing, and then his card under button. But I mean, really, like you have the routine where you have you get to be an AGT judge, and who doesn't want to do that, right? There's no one that's going to sit down and you put this down like you're going to be an AT. They're going to say, no, I don't want to be a judge. You know, they're going to love
Yeah,
it. Um,
yeah,
so
yeah. No, it's
yeah.
great, mate. So I tell you what, shall we play the trailer? So if you guys have got any questions, ask them while the trailer's on, and then we'll answer them when we come back. We got a few little videos to play you. I want to show you that picture as well, because this did fool me when Chris showed me it. But before we do any of that, let's play the trailer and we'll have a look at the button in action.
Okay, stop scrolling. Stop right now. Let me tell you about The Button by Joel Miranda and Chris James. This is probably the best close-up trick that I've ever seen. What we have here is a little button. Looks like the sort of thing that you've ripped off the desk of an AGT judge. But what it does will blow your mind.
There's a card in there, Jim.
First of all, the first thing you're going to be able to do is do the best card to impossible location you'll ever see. Imagine giving somebody this button right from the very beginning. They hold onto it, you go nowhere near it. They're pressing the button during the course of the routine. You have someone else pick a card, they sign it, it's lost in the pack, and then you unscrew the button, you tip it out, and it's their card. They've been holding onto it the whole time. But I'm telling you right now, that's just the beginning. Not only that, you can change the sound effects within the button from performance to performance. So the button includes a remote control that allows you to pause and play the sound at will, giving you complete control over when the audio plays. When the sound stops, it's the perfect moment to open the button and reveal the signed playing card has appeared inside. But on the actual project, I'm going to be going through around about 25 different routines. I'm going to be showing you how to use this to do mentalism, to do close-up magic. We're going to talk about the classics of magic. We're going to be talking about routines that you've never seen before. And I include a full slight section. So even if you're brand new into magic, I've got you covered. Guys, this is exciting. This is incredible. And I am super proud to be invited onto the project.
What the hell? That's the best magic trick I've actually ever been shown, like seriously.
My name's Craig Petty, and on behalf of Chris James and Joel Miranda, this is The Button.
So cool. So
Yeah.
cool. So
I'm so excited about that trailer.
I want to drop this picture in
Yes.
of the depth illusion, because now while this picture's up, Chris, we won't be able to hear you, but
Yeah. I need to give credit to Paul. Like mentioned Paul Knight, he's in the chat. This is not anything we came up with. This is Paul's.
actually, I'm just going to do this, because if I do this, then we probably can hear you. So hang on 1 second. Let me have a look here. Where is it? Where's the picture? I think it's this. Right. So we should be able to hear you, Chris,
Yes.
if you speak. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
we can. So explain what's going on here, because when I saw this, I thought this was after the switch.
No. So when I first saw it, I thought, okay. And Paul Knight, we know Paul Knight, Deep X. I mean, come on, man. Paul Harris, like he worked with Paul Harris with that. Anyways, he posted this, and I thought, what is this guy? He's showing the card and the button. Cool.
Yeah.
But then I watched his video, and I was like, okay, what it is it's this is the engaged gimmick. This is what the spectator sees when you open the button. You get to show it like this, and you get to really show it close up now. Because before it's just a flat piece, and it's designed a special way to make it look like it's a folded card, and you can add like a split card in there and do all that if you want. But we supply like a specially printed, so you don't have to touch it up, and it the one I have, it lasted like 2 years and I still have it. He just added just the smallest little piece to make it look like the card is sitting there folded.
Yeah.
And it's just, I immediately set it up. I did it to my friend, and up until this was last week, up until yesterday, or no, 2 days ago, I was getting messages from him saying, I still don't understand because of that illusion. He's like, I saw the card folded in there.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful thing, right?
Yeah.
I guess the best way to explain it is like this. Look,
hang on.
Look,
let me bring you up full screen.
It's hard for me to see.
That's it.
But folded card, right? Folded
Yeah.
card. I could take the folded card. I can vanish it in my hand. It's gone. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And you can go like this. This isn't going anywhere. Spectator can do this. That's the depth illusion. But you would have your card and do your switch. But that's just straight up demoing it how it is. So
Yeah.
beautiful,
No, it's honestly, it's so good. And that depth illusion, anyone that's worked with these type of boxes before will understand that usually you don't get that sort of illusion. You get away with, I don't want to say that and say all the rest are bad, because they're not. We've all used them for years.
No.
But the depth illusion is a serious convincer. When you showed me that picture, I thought that was the card in the box, like you said, after the switch had been made and he's dumped something in there. But that 100% looks like a 3D folded card.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
And you might think that it doesn't matter to the spectators and all that, but there's some things that do. And I think what this does is give you confidence as a performer, but it does matter to the spectator because you can really just go and just show them like so close. They wouldn't think anything else. Because that's what our eyes are trained to see. I mean, really, Paul is just, I immediately, I messaged Zhao, I showed him, he said the same thing he's like, okay, a card inside the button, what's going on here? I said, no, dude, it's what it is. And he was like, get it on the tutorial like by tomorrow. And I said, okay, and I did. So it's on the tutorial, we teach it on there. But this is why the Facebook group is just popping off right now, is there's a ton of ideas I didn't put on the tutorial and that we're not even going to share here because there's too many to go through. Like Peter said, it's insane, man. It is hands down the busiest Magic group right now in Magic. It's crazy right now with all the posts.
Yeah, it really is. So we've got a few videos up here, Chris. I've got one, I haven't even watched this. It's from Pig Cake. So shall I play that?
Play it. It's about 2 minutes long. Sit back, enjoy, get a piece of cake, and
Okay.
I don't know. I love the guy.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the amazing Pig Cake.
So I was talking to Chris James approximately a year ago about this idea where he was going to have a mystery box be a button. He told me that every time you press the button, a moment of magic would take place and eventually the button would stop working. And it just so happens that when you open the battery compartment of the actual button itself, inside you would find a playing card. The very same playing card the participant has signed and selected. And look at where we're at now, where the button, produced by Jao Miranda, and created by Chris James is now in my hand. Now, Chris is one of those real geniuses when it comes to thinking, because everything that he comes up with is very, very simple, very direct, and very commercial. And you hear the word commercial a lot, but look at this. You put this on a table and immediately all the attention is going to be on you. Now, he showed me bits and bobs throughout the year. He showed me prototypes. He showed me little ways that this was getting optimized. And the last and final product, I have to say, is a truck. And you get everything that you need when you order the button. You get the button, you get the remote that makes the magic happen, and you get the ability to put any sound that you want inside of the button, which is very easy to do and opens itself to many presentational ideas. And I really don't know how to review this thing because it's a fucking button. It's just what it is. It's perfect for what it needs. You really don't need any complicated sleight of hand. And the sleight of hand you need takes place in a moment where there's a lot of distraction. And also you could change up the noise. So you could press the button and it makes one noise, and you could press the button again and it makes a different noise. So it's a very robust gimmick. So the link's going to be down below if you want to procure this particular item. Also, if you have any questions about it, let me know in the comments section below. And I'm so happy to see that Chris is getting the recognition that he deserves. So many people have said that this is the trick of the year, and it's something that plays massive for what is very, very small real estate. I don't know what else to say. People usually go into great detail in magic reviews. It's very, very simple. I think you could put 2 and 2 together and come up with 5. Make sure to leave a comment down below as to what your favorite ethnicity in regards to butt is.
So there is pig cake. Typical pig cake.
What is your favorite ethnicity, Peter?
I wouldn't know anything about that sort of stuff.
No, I know. But hey, this shows you that you can put any sound you want on there, right?
Yeah.
But even like underneath, all the stuff, all the funny stuff, you know what I mean? That video just really explains and shows. I thought it was really nice. Peter did not watch it before. I made sure because I don't know if he would have played it.
Yeah. So, but it is what it is. It's a super commercial piece that's no doubt going to get wows from your audience. And the thing is, I would class it more as a utility item because, like I said, I'm sure you can perform it. You can actually perform it with almost every trick you do in your act and then finish off with this grand kicker. I think it's so clever. So we got a bunch of other really short videos.
Yeah.
Here.
Can I say one thing though?
Yeah.
We have Print by Magic, and we already have people getting custom cards printed for the button. Rich Relish, he has like a ding routine, and for some reason I didn't think of that until Rich said it. But what a perfect thing to come up with your own routine. You can print the cards, we can print the cards, and because inside here it doesn't have to be. It could be whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
It could be a bill, it could be a billet, it could be a different back playing card. You can set it up to however you want, and I think that's important to say.
Yeah. Actually, I was going through the Print by Magic. We've got a folder. Every job we do, we put a card in there. And I saw the card with ding on it today, and I thought, what's that for? I had no idea.
That's Rich.
You just answered that. But you're getting a lot of love here. Obviously, a lot of people that are joining us have the button already. There's a few that haven't, but they've been looking into it, not sure what it is and how it will suit them. Hopefully, by the end of this, everyone's going to have a good idea how they can use it in their act.
Yeah.
But so I don't really know what these videos are, Chris.
Okay.
So
nothing crazy. So what do you got?
I've got 4. So shall I play one and then come back to you? Or actually, I think they're
just play
different changes, aren't they?
So you can play it and I can explain it. It's just I just wanted people to see different switches, different ideas. So yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can put this over as an overlay, and then you can talk over it maybe if needed.
Yeah,
Let
and
me
if
have
I
a
see
look.
the beginning of it, I'll know which one it
Yeah,
is.
let me have a look.
Okay, so that's just something. So for me, that's just something I did the other day. This is just to show you, you can literally do the switch exposed.
Yeah,
Play it again. That's just exposed.
yeah,
I'm not hiding it. It's just what it is. So there's that one.
yeah.
Change things into different things.
Let's have a look at this one.
So this is my friend Adam down below that came up with this switch while we were jamming. We were recording because we were playing Call of Duty, and I was showing them the button, and he kept trying to say, "Why don't you try it like this and do this?" And I wasn't understanding, and then I finally got it, and that was the moment I got it. Play it again because I love his reaction. And look how good the switch looks. I mean, really.
Do you
And
know
that
what?
that was
That
the
is
first time I ever did it.
That is so clean. I mean, you would not question that that
No.
is the card that come out of that button. You just wouldn't question it. Look at
No.
that.
And here's the thing. The button you're seeing in there is an old prototype. So if you're looking at it, like the one now is like Pig Cake said, built like a truck. It's thicker. It's, but yeah, when Adam shared that with me, I wasn't understanding. And then when I did and it popped, I was like, oh, this is incredible. Yeah,
So
it's one of my favorite switches.
So is that on the instructions as well, or?
Yeah. Yep. It's on there.
See, this is the other thing that, not just about the button, but just the way Magic has gone in general. We've moved away from DVDs to streaming. Now, that's really happened the last couple of years where people started getting rid of DVD players. But the benefit to the end user now means that the instructional video is constantly updated with new handling, new releases, new effects with it. It's such a beautiful thing. As a purchaser or something, it's like getting a firmware update every, week or two. You're getting this new stuff added. Right,
Yeah.
let me
I
play-
love it. We do that all the time with our products. We always
Yeah.
add things, and people, even customers will send something, and sometimes it's so good. That's how I
Yeah.
met you, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
in the Mirage, and I showed you something, and you're like, "Can you film this stuff?" And I was like, "Sure." And I sent it in, and you put it on the Mirage thing. That was so cool for me.
Yeah, and that we're always trying to do that, and we do that with other people's products as well. If I come up with a handling for someone else's product, we put it on so any purchasers from Alakazam get that as well. So let's.
This
have
is
a look
why
at-
it's important. This is why it's important. This is the Alakazam USA, Chris speaking. This is why it's important. Register your product on our website because that's where you get all those additional things.
Yeah.
You have it there. If you need to know how to register it, come to the Alakazam customer chat. I'll walk you through it.
Yeah.
Easy.
Right.
What else you got?
I've got this one. Let's have a look.
Okay, so this is just a simple switch. It's just the first one I ever did, right out of the package. I had an idea and I said, you know what? How can I make it? Because I saw right away that you don't have to just do a shuttle pass. Now a shuttle pass works for this. I mean, obviously, but I wanted to think outside the box to add a little bit more flair. But that's just literally anybody can do that switch. It's just,
Yeah. No, I'm going to play that one again.
it just looks like it's just dumping out.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and do you know the
Yeah.
other thing that's nice that's worth mentioning as well is like I said, I haven't played with my one yet, but it looks like it's
Nope.
pretty much perfectly weighted as well. So you're not having to do this fast action
No.
to make the gimmick close and everything. You're not worried about it closing prematurely.
Yeah, exactly. And I wanted to show that because when people got it, I think people are so used to doing a whole turn and it might
Yeah.
close, but a lot of times when you do it, it doesn't close, it hangs. And they're like, they're so used to doing it like this,
Yeah.
but really all you have to do is like a nice little flick and the card's gone. Somebody just came up with a switch today on the chat. I haven't even practiced it yet, but I love this switch. So basically you're here, and what you're going to do is you're going to come over and dump it in this hand. You have their card, and then you're just going to come over and go like that, and then boom, and that's the switch. And I thought it's like a mixture of a shuttle pass and a put.
Yeah.
I thought that was clean. So I'm going to be filming that and adding it to the tutorial because I thought that was insanely clean.
Yeah, and looking at the trailer, it looks like Craig had something similar as well, where he sort of comes over and dumps it as he hands them the box.
That's
so
what I said.
Box,
yeah, it's similar to Craig's.
Yeah, the box closes and the card gets dumped at the same time. Very, very clever.
Yeah, you have it here, and then
hang on, let me bring you up full screen.
I'll be honest, anyways, I've never really done it. I've practiced a few times, but you have it here, and then you pick it up off the table, and then in the action of giving it to the spectator, he does that, which I can't do because Craig has huge hands, and then he drops it as he brings it over, and it's just in the action of handing it over. He teaches how to do it, that's his switch.
Yeah.
And then Ryland came up with this switch, which is here, right? You would have this here, you would show the card, and all you're gonna do is just come over and grab that card out, and then there it is.
Beautiful.
I mean, there's a million ways to do it, and people are still coming up with ways.
Yeah, and the fact that the box doesn't have to be flipped over and it doesn't have to be moved with force now allows you to do a lot of these very innocent looking switches.
Yeah, and just to show, I mean, I'm doing these live on camera, which usually is a no-no, right? Like, because people are afraid that they're going to mess it up, but I'm pretty confident that anyone could pick it up because people are in the Facebook group. I don't mind doing it. A lot of times creators will be like, oh, watch this, or they won't do it. I just want to do it for you guys because it's easy, it's simple. There's nothing crazy going on for these switches that's that hard. The only one that maybe you have to practice is maybe Craig's, just because there's like multiple motions going on. But yeah.
Right, there's one more as well. Should we take a look?
Okay, yeah. So this one, before you play it, it's very early on, and this was me exploring outside of the box with maybe a torn and restored. So if you can imagine that card, you open it up and there's ink on there. So it looks like their signed card, and then you could do a restoration. It's very simple. It's not like, I didn't mean for it to film any professional way. It was just me in my magic room coming up with different ideas. But I thought it was like a way to show, hey, you could do more with this, and you could do torn and restored. So yeah, hit it. Cards torn, ink. You toss the pieces in your hand, you light them up, whatever you want. And then the magical moment is you're rubbing those pieces and putting them together, and then the card is mended. You know what I mean? So you can do stuff like that,
Yeah, it's lovely, mate. Absolutely lovely. So, guys, if you've got any questions for Chris, because we're going to be wrapping this up in the next 10 minutes or so, I'm going to play the trailer again in a moment. But I do want to say as well, we have got these in stock at Alakazam. So if you want one, go grab it off our website. That's alakazam.co.uk. And remember, if you are based in the US, this will ship from the US.
Yep. Can you put yourself back on screen for a second?
Oh, yes.
I wanted to say too.
I was holding that up.
Yeah. So Lloyd was sharing ideas of like it's a personality test, but the personality is in the button. So because you can time things, so you can press it, it could say like personality, whatever it says, and then 10 seconds later, the button could be sitting there and it could say, hey, what are you doing? I like to be pressed. There's stuff like that you can set up. He did a magic 8-ball thing where he's going to get a sticker to put on this, and now it's a magic 8-ball. David Jonathan has crazy things with subliminal messaging inside of the dings. Rich Relish shared many ideas with me. Paul shared ideas. all the Patrick, there's a bunch of people in the group that have shared some really incredible ideas. And I just know it's going to get more crazy. And we did things for workers too, you know, like the little knob on there, like that way you don't have to look, you know, you could just you can engage it, the case. But before we go to the trailer, I wanted you to just open it on camera and just hold it in your hand and give your honest opinion without me talking, the feel, how it is. What do you think of the case, the button?
Well, the case is great. This is straight away, and like I said, this is the first time I played with it. Now the case is well padded, well protecting the button inside, and absolutely perfect for shoving in your close-up case. Stop it getting knocked about. The controls in there, I don't know if this is, I don't even know how you
probably
turn it
not
on.
Yeah, I think you have to get inside and do it, but that's another thing.
Okay, so there's the control. That's all here in the case. You've got your charging cable in the lid. Ooh.
Yeah.
That feels good. That feels heavy.
Yeah,
that's a lot heavier than I.
It's meant to be like weighted, but not. It doesn't feel cheap, right?
No,
it doesn't feel cheap at all, and that.
No, doesn't feel cheap at all.
And what's so great is some of the routines, people are opening it, and they're opening it, and what they're doing is one guy had an idea for electronics being transferred from here to the card, or like the card box, and when you open it, the electronics are gone. The card is here because you can open it and show there's no electronics. You know, which is really cool. It kind of does that. Battery transpositions, but we wanted to, and the actual click part, we wanted to make sure it could click no matter what you're doing. Because if someone's holding this, they might want to click it like this. That's harder than you think to get that to work like that. That was like 6 months of work for Zhao to get that.
I'll be honest with you. It's far heavier and it's smaller than
you
I
think.
imagined.
Yeah. Yeah, the weight is on purpose.
Yeah.
it
feels
can't
solid.
be too heavy, but it can't be too light.
Yeah, no. It feels solid. You got a nice click to it, so it is actually doing something. The case is great. Very well protected.
Everything goes in, and then when you have the remote, because some people might not understand how this works, right?
Yeah, I don't.
I don't know if you'll be able to hear
it. To me.
You might not be able to hear it because of my AirPods, but basically what it is you're here, they're pressing it, right? And they're getting the ding. You probably can't hear that, but they're getting the ding. At any point, now the ding stops. You have control over that via the remote, which is awesome. So that's basically how it works. It's easy. The remote goes in your pocket, goes wherever you want. You have all the time in the world to do it. And you could turn it on, you could turn it off. What was funny in Lloyd's video, he kept messing with Kaylee about it, like it wasn't working, and she thought, oh, I broke it. That's the whole point, is people think they broke it. And after the routine, she went to go do it again, and it worked again. He's like, yeah, it works whenever you want. And he's like, do you want it to work? And she said, no. And then she did it. It didn't work. And then, would you want it to work now? Say the magic word. And then it started working. And it just kind of showed how that is even a fun thing to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, can we play the video of the delay? I want people to see this because people have mentioned the delay. There's no delay. It's me just pressing the button. It's just a one clip sound because I can't show it here because I think
it might be this one. Hang on. I'm not sure.
Will they be able to hear it?
Is there audio with this?
There is audio. It's just a 2-second video.
Okay, this is going to cut you out though. Okay, so let's play it.
Yep.
Hang on, I'll do that again.
That's it.
All right, hang on. Yeah, so there's no delay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because in the video, this is my own fault. The audio files, when you download some of them, they have it's playing whatever you put on it. So sometimes there's dead air in the front, and I just didn't cut it out when I sent it to, because I didn't even think about it. But it's up to you because you have total control over that audio file. You can do your own voice. You can make the pitch higher, the pitch lower, add music. I teach you how to rip audio from video. I mean, really, just whatever you want, you know. Is there any
Yeah.
questions we can?
No,
Yeah.
just a lot of love, really.
Okay.
Everything, you know. Can you summarize? Go over full nights. Look, light on card. And the button. So Neil, for the depth illusion, if that's what you're talking about, if you go on the Facebook group, it's all explained on there, and it's also explained on the tutorial video.
Yeah.
Craig Morris said he's just ordered one. Scott Patton.
Thank you, Craig.
Be cool to do it with a game show confabulation routine. Great idea, Scott.
Yes. That was Zhao's first idea. He's like, let's do a game show thing, but it never made it on there because we're so busy making it work. I want to see it. So
Yeah.
do it, you know?
Let me have a look at how to make it quieter on close. Went through some.
Oh, I could do that. Is it a question about the quietness of it?
Yeah, let me bring you up full screen.
What does it say? I can't, I don't know what the question is.
It says how to make it quieter on close. How, in other words, how do you make it quieter?
Okay, so in the tutorial, so because the gimmick, the reason why you're going to hear a sound where you do it out of the box anyways is because it has to lock. It has to lock. This ends in their hand a lot of the times. And if they go like that and it flaps, you're done, right? So there has to be some strength in there to make it work like that. And basically, I go over in the tutorial, and anyone who owns it in the group, they'll tell you, they'll comment now. There's solutions. Adding the depth illusion helps. And just using it and breaking it in over time uses it. And then I go over a few things. It's a thing out of the box because it's designed that way because it can't do this. Like I can do this all day long, and I can even try to bang it. Nothing's going to come out unless I do it how you're supposed to do it, and then flip it over and do it the right way. So it's a safety precaution that's there, and you just have to do one or two little things, and it will go away. But also, too, I never did any of those things for the last year and a half. Either did Craig. It's literally when it's in an environment, it just goes. It's one of those things that goes right by.
Yeah, the thing that, you know, it's very important to point out with a lot of magic is when you're practicing things, you're usually practicing it in your room with no noise, and you are going to hear everything, and you're going to question everything. Am I going to get caught because this makes a noise? Is this going to happen? Is that going to happen? When you're performing something, now there's two important rules here. The first one is when you're performing normally anyway, like Chris said, you've got ambient noise. Things are happening. No one's paying attention because the sound that whatever's going to be made could be the sound of the card. No one's going to go, actually, I know what a sound of a card sounds like. That's not it. They're not thinking about it. The second thing is, if you are performing a routine, and not so much this one, because, you know, that motion, you're just going to speak. But if you are performing a routine, and for whatever reason, you feel, okay, I need to do a move here, they're watching me. If that happens, you need to change the time of the move, or you need to misdirect. And misdirecting is saying very simple, like looking them in the eye and asking a question, or making a statement, whatever it might be. You misdirect for a moment. And it's the same with a tiny bit of noise. If something was going to make a huge slamming of the door sound, all right, you're not going to get away from that. But a little like click or something else, if you know that's coming and you are worried, not that you should be, but if you are, you speak. That's it. It draws their attention away. They're not going to hear it. But the biggest problem is when you rehearse, you're usually rehearsing by yourself in a quiet room and you pick up on everything.
Especially if you have your camera aimed towards it, where the iPhone is literally designed to pick up on those sounds. They're going to enhance the sounds. Real quick, reset. People wanted to know reset, right? And reset is easy. You do your thing, you do your vanish, it's done. My button's completely silent because I set it up that way and I've broken it in. But reset is literally this, right? And you're just doing it as you're talking to the people. And then boom, you're done, and then you're on to the next table. That's it. That's it. Yeah.
Well, Screencaster, who asked the question about the noise, said thanks. So, and Andrew Lucas said card in box softens it dramatically anyway, the sound.
Yep. The depth illusion. Yep.
And just a lot of love. Magic Alon's here. He's loving
Love
it.
him. Yep. Real quick for Magic Alon, if you're thinking of creating and wanting to create, he's doing this insane creativity thing, and I just think the kid is amazing, man. He's doing so much for Magic. He really. I just wanted to take even 30 seconds because that's what we need to be doing. You know, one thing I love about Alakazam and working for Alakazam is its positivity, even behind the scenes. I've never seen Peter get angry or treat me in a weird way or anything like that. It's just positivity all around. Doesn't matter if it's 3 a.m. Everybody there is like that. And I love that. Magic Alon's doing the same thing. And the thing that he's doing with the creativity thing is the same exact kind of thing that allowed me to get this out. It was one of those groups enforcing. So huge shout out to Alon, man. I mean, I don't know if you don't know him, really, he's doing a lot of great things for the Magic community. He's awesome.
He's phenomenal. He comes over and takes over my studio once a year as well. Just before Blackpool, or just after Blackpool, we have a Magic Alon takeover. Also, he has got a brilliant community, which, as far as I'm aware, is free to join.
Yeah, the community's free. Yeah.
And he has lectures on there and various other things. Alon, if you want, drop your the link into the chat, because guys, you need to check this out. Like Chris said, Alon's not only such a lovely guy, but the effort and work he puts in creating great content, a phenomenal community for Magic. And Alakazam's attitude has always been encourage and help everyone. There's no elitism here. Alakazam's for everyone, and it's exactly the same with the Magic Alon Magic Society. It's all about encouragement, it's all about friendship, it's all about help. And that's what it is. So Alon, if you can, drop the link in here, and guys, I suggest you go and sign up to it. You won't be disappointed. And as far as I'm aware, like I said, I think it's totally free of charge. So
completely
that
free.
brings us almost to the end. I'm going to play the trailer once more, Chris. And then we'll come back and say our goodbyes.
I do want to say before you play the trailer, the price. So people are like, I don't know what it is for you over there, but 98. We have it for like $98, I think. I mean, you might look at it and think, oh, it's just an Amazon button. But anyone in the chat that already owns it will tell you the price is in the product. You know, it's worth it because there's not a lot of room on this thing to bring the price down anymore. I mean, it's there, but it's what's built into it. So what is the price for you where you're at?
£85.20.
That's half of what some mystery boxes are.
Yeah.
That have just, you know what I mean? Like seriously.
And the fact that you can instantly tell when you handle it, it's built a lot better than those joke buttons. But the fact it looks like one of those joke buttons, once again, is perfection. Because you can actually buy these type of buttons in joke shop. I don't know if they're for are they for stress or something? You get them with different
They have them for-
phrases on them and stuff.
You
don't
could do
you?
dog training, and then in America it was Staples back in the 80s and 90s where they had the button thing. But yeah,
Yeah.
you can a million things. But it's not one of those ones you can get on Amazon. It's just not.
No, we've got the legend Adam Wilbur here as well, who
Oh,
said the
my gosh.
sound customization is a gold mine, 100%.
Okay, real quick about Adam. Really just a genuine, amazing guy, man. Oh, I don't know what it is about Adam, but he has a light around him. Yeah, I don't know. At least from when I was in Magic 6 years ago to now. Anyways, his emergency was a huge inspiration for this, but I didn't know about emergency when I first came up with this. It was when I saw emergency, I was like, oh, this is really cool. Like, this is one of those things where you can, like, it's in play. It has this really cool thing to it. And I thought to myself, this is the moment I thought the button could be a thing for sure. So huge shout out to Adam, because honestly, if it wasn't for all these little things, I wouldn't have went with it. You know, the button was on the thing, and then I saw emergency, and I was like, ooh, let's bring it back. And then there's my friend James Bentley. I got to mention him. He pulled me aside at one point when I wanted to quit Magic, and he just had a conversation and said, "Don't quit. I think you could do something really cool in Magic. Whatever it is you want to do, don't worry about us old timers giving you a hard time." And he just had a talk with me. So it's just little things like that. Craig doing it, your support. I'm trying to say this because I know there's a kid or a guy in there that wants to create something and might feel like, oh, you know, I've gotten a no, I've gotten a, maybe it's not a good idea. You never know until you try, right, Peter? Like, you never know. Someone sends you a video, everyone could be raving about it. Peter can be sending, here, look at this next thing. We got to produce this. Don't be afraid to share those ideas, you know?
Yeah, and don't.
And thank you, Adam.
Yeah, and don't be disheartened as well if, you know, you send in an idea to someone and it's a no, because Chris will tell you, I mean, I own my own company. I could release, if I wanted to, every idea I create, but I don't.
Yeah.
Because I will sit there and go, do you know what? I like it, but it just doesn't cut it for a release. And that could be because it needs more work. It could be because it's just not the right time. But like you said, Chris, you put the button aside. I've done that with so many tricks. And then you come back to it in a year or two and it ends up being something incredible. So, I mean, don't get disheartened, but go for it. Really go for it. Adam Wilbur said he's putting the button in his case.
That's so cool.
He's actually putting in my case of emergency away. Oh, he's putting emergency away to make room for the button.
Wow.
And Adam is
man, that is crazy.
Yeah, Adam's such a creative guy, fantastic performer. There's a question here from Robert, which I want to cover, because I think he's asked it a couple of times and I missed it last time. Now, and it's a valid question, is the remote going to trigger more than one button if there's more than one button in range? So are the
No, because it's connected. It's connected to the one that you set. It's set up for you. Like, it's connected, like, I don't wire it with whatever the signals. So it's just going to connect to the one.
Okay, they're not all on the same frequency.
No, but I mean, if you want to, you can connect. You can set up two under the same remote, but you would have to go in and do it. I mean, if there was something like that you want to do, it would just be email support team, Agile support team, and they would walk you through how to do that. But no, it's not gonna, because this remote is the same used as a smoke watch, and it doesn't activate that either. You know, so
okay, because I think his worry, and probably a lot of working magicians that are going to be doing this, is if they're working a gig and there's 2 or 3 magicians doing it, they don't want it triggering. I mean, we've all had the
it connects.
Yeah, we've all been out gigging with a mental die or something like that, and then suddenly you're getting a reading for number 6, but it's a magician on the other table. You know,
No.
yeah, no, that's great. Okay, I'm going to drop the trailer, then we'll come back and say our goodbyes, Chris.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, stop scrolling. Stop right now. Let me tell you about The Button by Joel Miranda and Chris James. This is probably the best close-up trick that I've ever seen. What we have here is a little button. Looks like the sort of thing that you've ripped off the desk of an AGT judge. But what it does will blow your mind.
There's a card in there, Jake.
First of all, the first thing you're going to be able to do is do the best card to impossible location you'll ever see. Imagine giving somebody this button right from the very beginning. They hold onto it, you go nowhere near it. They're pressing the button during the course of the routine. You have someone else pick a card, they sign it, it's lost in the pack, and then you unscrew the button, you tip it out, and it's their card. They've been holding onto it the whole time. But I'm telling you right now, that's just the beginning. Not only that, you can change the sound effects within the button from performance to performance.
So the button includes a remote control that allows you to pause and play the sound at will, giving you complete control over when the audio plays. When the sound stops, it's the perfect moment to open the button and reveal the signed playing card has appeared inside.
But on the actual project, I'm going to be going through around about 25 different routines. I'm going to be showing you how to use this to do mentalism, to do close-up magic. We're going to talk about the classics of magic. We're going to be talking about routines that you've never seen before. And I include a full slight section. So even if you're brand new into magic, I've got you covered. Guys, this is exciting. This is incredible. And I am super proud to be invited onto the project.
What the hell? That's the best magic trick I've actually ever been shown, like seriously.
My name's Craig Petty. On behalf of Chris James and Joel Miranda, this is The Button.
So good. That
Yeah.
girl at the end, that's my favorite live performance. Just so you know, Craig is going to be doing live commentary over all of his live performances on his channel. So that's going to be awesome.
Brilliant. Let me have a look here. Okay, so there's conversations going on here between Rich and Scott Payton about mentalism and stuff like that. But I think, Chris, I think you need to get back to work, my friend.
I do. You're going to get mad at me. I got a lot to do. I'll be here late, but that's okay. That's what I do.
So we've got a lot of people, Chris, a lot of our US Alaka fam joining us on the live today, and a lot of them are praising our Chris James for giving them the best service in the US.
Absolutely. There's no other way to do it.
Thank you very much for that, mate. And guys, remember, we have got these in stock. So if you want one, go over to the website, search for The Button, and it will come up and we'll get one out to you. And remember, if you are in the US, this will ship from Alakazam USA. That means you don't pay any import duty, you don't pay any unexpected tariffs. It gets shipped
And it's free
out.
shipping, right?
And it's free shipping for this, yeah. I think it's free shipping for anything over $80, which this is. But if it's below $80, or $75, if you're under that, we've got a flat rate of $5.
Yeah, that's it. 5. Yep.
So that's it.
Cheap.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't given Alakazam a try, I'm always happy when Chris is busy. So the busier he is, the happier I am. So make him busy.
Yeah. No, you can go on your vacations and do what you deserve, man, because you've been working hard. Let Harry and me deal with, do all this. But one thing I promise you will not get from any other magic company. I'm not slacking off any magic. I'm just saying the customer service that I can give you, I promise you, is, I know I have customers in the chat. I will call you. I will get on video. I learned it from Harry. I mean, he does the same thing over there. We really try to give that because it's missing today, right?
Yeah.
It's missing. And I think it's important to just call up a customer and say, hey, Damien, this might be delayed, or we have this option, or, I don't know. And
Well,
whatever it is, we try to work with you.
do you know what it is? The big thing, and this comes from maybe the fact that I'm a lot older, is personal service. I'm still under the great belief, like I was when I was a salesman back when I was in my 20s, people buy from people. If I place an order, I would rather place an order with a company I know, with people I trust, and with people that I know I can get in contact with. You're not going to have to jump over hurdles and jump through hoops to speak to me, to speak to Harry, to speak to Chris, Andy, Jamie. You call up, you've got an issue with anything, you call up Alakazam, it's going to be myself, Harry or Andy that answers the phone. You're going to speak to us.
Yep.
Your problem will be sorted. We're not using drop shippers. We're not using people that are disconnected with the company just as email answerers and help desk people. You're speaking to the family. You're speaking to Alakazam, and we are here for you. And that's why I think the Alaka fam is growing rapidly, because people put value on that sort of service, I think.
Yeah, it's crazy the amount it's growing. Thank you guys for all the orders. I love seeing what you order. It makes me order stuff because I'll see it and I'm like, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I love it. I love seeing what people order and seeing what they get excited about. Because at the end of the day, we all love the same thing.
Yeah.
If that's what it is, we all love Magic. That's it. I mean, you can fight about this, you can say this, you can. At the end of the day, we're all here because Magic, at one point or another, caught us and reeled us in, and that's literally the bottom line. There's nothing more. It's not that confusing,
Yeah, no, 100%. And I will say, we just had a message in from Brett. I'm a new US customer and I'm loving your company. So
thanks, Brett.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you so much, Brett. Now, I will say, guys, if you haven't already signed up, please go and check it out. You get a 7-day free trial, Alakazam Unlimited. Go onto our website, search for Alakazam Unlimited, take advantage of that 7-day free trial, and check out everything you get for only around about $6 a month. $4.99 a month, or around about $6 or $6.50, cheaper than a specialty coffee in Starbucks. But go check it out. It is our streaming service. You will not be disappointed. I can guarantee you'll agree with us. It's the best your money can buy in Magic. And next year, Unlimited is getting even better. So go join up. At least take advantage of that 7-day free trial. If you don't like it, if it's not for you, cancel. Within 7 days, you won't be charged a penny. But honestly, it is fantastic. Pseudo Magician says, how long does it take to get accepted on the Facebook page?
Literally instantly. I can't do it right now because I'm doing this, but I have 2 people helping. Pops up. I just make sure you're a magician. I can usually tell by mutual friends. And that's it. So yeah, I could do it right away.
Brilliant.
It's facebook.com/buttonmagic, I think. And you can join up. So
brilliant.
Within a few hours at the most. Yep.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Just want to let you know that this coming Tuesday, we've got the legend that is Daniel Chard coming to the Alakazam Academy. He's given an online academy, which means you can tune in from anywhere in the world, and he's giving a lecture on the multiple selection. This is going to be a great evening. The tickets, the online tickets are available on our website and they're at a special early bird price. So I'm going to play out with a trailer for that. But Chris, stay on the line because I'll be back with you. But I think it just leaves us to say goodbye.
Yeah, and thank you guys, all of you, truly. We got a huge fun release coming up next month too. I can't wait. I've been waiting forever for this thing. It's ready to go. I cannot wait to get this out to you guys.
Yeah, can't wait. Okay, Chris, thanks for that, mate, and I'll be with you in a second. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on tonight's special live show. We're going to try and do more of these as well. We have obviously got our live launches every month, but we're going to try and do more of these sort of live shows where we have a deep dive into a product. But like I said, if you haven't done so already, go check out Alakazam Unlimited and you'll know why over 1,000 magicians rave about it. Go check it out. And this coming Tuesday, we got the legend Daniel Chard. I'm going to leave you with a trailer. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Peter Nardi. Thanks for being part of the Alakazam.
Hey guys, Daniel Chard here. I'm super excited to announce my next up-and-coming Alakazam Academy, which is based on the multiple selection. Now this is a lecture that I wish I would have had when I first started out in Magic. So we're going to cover everything from the complete beginning, if you've never done a multiple selection, all the way up to the experts that have done the routine tons and tons of times. Now this is one of those tricks that I've done thousands of times at this point in every conceivable environment, from weddings, corporate events, tables, impromptu, at the pub, all the way up to fringe shows and sometimes in my current stage show itself. Now, what you're going to learn is several approaches to controlling the cards, different outs, and I'm going to include as many moves as I can. I think at last count it was roughly about 30 moves, so you're going to have a ton of stuff you can keep coming back to, but this doesn't just have to be something you watch the once. This is going to be something that you reference and come back to again, and again. My name's Daniel Chard. Come and join the Academy and have a deep dive on one of my favourite routines and possibly one of the strongest card tricks there is. See you soon.